This is Loren Moss, and I'm here with Peter Altabef, the CEO of Unisys. Welcome to Colombia. I think this is not your first time in Colombia, but I think it's your first time in Colombia, perhaps with Unisys, if I'm not mistaken.
Thank you, Loren. It's a pleasure to be here. This is my second time in Colombia with Unisys.
Great, great, great. So Unisys, I learned, has over 1,000 employees here in Colombia. Why do you have such a big presence? What is the value, why is Unisys bet so big on Colombia here?
Unisys has been big on Colombia for a long time. We are celebrating our 65th anniversary in Colombia, and that is consistent. So we have been there the entire time. We do have over 1,000 people in Colombia, and it's really for two reasons. One is because of the vibrancy of the Colombian market. So we have wonderful clients here, like ISA, like EPM, like Banca Colombia, like Banca Itaú. But in addition to those clients, we use the R&D talent here. We use the application development talent here to service our team around the world. Some of the most sophisticated application development work we're doing right here in Bogota.
Wow, wow, I didn't know that. Unisys announced over 16% growth in the region. Meanwhile, the economy here has grown less than 3%. So how is it that Unisys is really kind of beating the market? Why is it that Unisys feels that it's being able to gain this kind of traction here in Latin America and in Colombia?
So that's a great question too. You know, I think first of all you'd have to ask our clients, but I will tell you we are not only servicing existing clients, but we're signing new clients at a rate that we have not in a very, very long time, if ever.
Wow.
And part of that is our philosophy of putting cybersecurity at the core of all of our solutions. So whether it's financial services, whether it's retail, whether it's utilities, whether it's the energy sector, everything we do has cybersecurity built in from the ground up. And that is not typical, but we think it is gaining a lot of traction now that everyone is really focused on cybersecurity.
Right, that's been big. Where do you see the growth sectors? Obviously, Unisys has been big in certain markets in government here in Colombia, in the financial sector, in energy. Where do you see, in Colombia specifically and in Latin America, where do you really see the growth opportunity?
Well, so in Colombia and in Latin America, I would say our largest sector is financial services, where we are privileged to work with banks throughout the entire hemisphere. But in addition, energy, retail, utilities, travel and transportation. We worked with some of the largest airlines here. So those would be our core areas of expertise.
And what are the challenges that businesses are engaging Unisys with to help them address?
Well, you know, there is a tremendous need to digitize businesses. Virtually every industry is looking at how do they become more efficient and not only saving money, but how do they address the next generation of users, right? How do they address a generation that wants to work on a mobile phone, a generation that looks at a browser on a laptop and says, that's okay, I'd rather use my tablet. And so our focus is really on that generation. It's really on how do you help these clients turn what is an asset of theirs, which is their industry domain knowledge, into something that can be more powerful by really appealing to their customers. So we really help our clients generate revenue. And if you do that, if you're on the front end of those relationships, that's a very valuable place to be.
Great. Well, thank you, and I hope you enjoy Colombia and come back soon.
Thank you, Lauren. It's really been a pleasure. And thank you.